All right, here we go. George, do you want to introduce yourself and your couch?
Hello everyone. Hey, how's it going? I'm George. Recently started speedrunning a beautiful volatile game called Touhou, which is actually a series of games, but right now I just speedrun the first PC game, which is Touhou 6. On my virtual couch here today, I've got Lorena Rose. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Lorena. I participated in the Touhou World Cup this year, which is a competitive event that showcases players from all over the world, and I'm pretty experienced with this game. Not in a speedrun context, but just in general, and a lot of the speedrun strats and just regular strats you want to do to play this game really well they have a lot of overlap, so...
Yeah, so Lorena is like a million times better than me. Just want to give her a big shout out right there. Lorena can I'm pretty sure you could consistently lunatic no bomb play this, right? So we're doing hard, normal no bomb. I am getting very close to being able to speedrun hard no bomb, but we'll get there eventually. But by the way, this is not me playing. This is just a demo. But I believe we're slightly behind on skills, so let's get this run started. We are going to be using Ramo B, because we're not using bombs. We want the strongest shot type, which is Ramo B. And the moment I, hit my key here, the run is going to start. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Welcome to normal difficulty. So right off the start, there's a little bit of things to explain. So the game this is the stage portion of stage 1. And there's static enemies everywhere. We know where all of them are, but they can drop these red items randomly. So what do these red items do, Tina?
They increase your power. It's usually in like multiples of 8, roughly, but they increase your power. So basically, when you get 8 of them, you get your 2 options, which are the little yin-yang orbs to the side of the character. Start shooting needles. When you get to 16, you get a stronger shot. And right here, there's also a random, basically there's a random order in which the power items drop in. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I think you dropped the one from the mid-boss. But yeah, basically a big power drop from one of those enemies in the beginning. And it's really convenient because it means that you get, it's basically only the order is random. However, it's the position you start in the order. So imagine there's like a queue of items, like item 1, item 2, item 3. The game will start you at a random position in that queue, so 3, 7, 9. And if it starts you far ahead enough in the queue, you'll get a big power item before the mid-boss. And that also means that you'll get overall 3 big power items during the stage, instead of the usual 2 you get. Like right here, that's the third one.
So I got really unlucky that the mid-boss is supposed to be dropping a big power, but it got off-screen, which is like the worst.
That was off-screen? I thought you just threw a
Nope. Anyway, here's the actual boss. She's the same as the mid-boss, and now we get our, first actual spell card, which are supposed to be hard attacks, but because it's normal difficulty, it's relatively straightforward. It's gonna get a little bit later. Here you just like misdirection stats, that's doing these lasers. And then, just regular, speedrun stat. Demarcation, her last spell card. Stage 1 has, not a lot of speedrun, not a lot of spell cards. That was way too close. I risked way too much on that.
I do feel too close, honestly. You're doing fine, no way.
Yeah. So my power isn't too great entering stage 2. 77 power is really not good. You can have like 90 entering stage 2, sorry. But it is fine as long as I can reach full power before the stage 2 boss. And that is because the second portion of the stage portion in this stage, in the stage 2, is what I could like to call a fixed portion. That is after the mid-boss. No matter how long I take on the mid-boss, the later portion is essentially going to start later if I delay the mid-boss. So it doesn't actually matter how fast I kill the mid-boss.
Yeah, it's based on how long the stage is has started, rather than how long the mid-boss has been dead for.
Also, I'm not sure, Chat just gave me a notification that the stream title was changed to Hello Kitty Roller Rescue. I don't think that's the game we're playing right now, but close enough. Anyway. Second portion here, just, some, I don't know, what are these enemies called? I always call them birds. They look like birds.
So some people call them the tissues, but yeah.
Yeah, I just come a bird. And yeah, it's really easy. We're about to hit full power here. And unfortunately, I don't get to show off a full power tail like in the extras. I almost got walled by the big birds. That would have been really funny. Imagine dying to about a normal mode. That would be embarrassing. That's just retirement worthy.
If you speed kill the fairies that spawn here, because you'll see there's a bunch of fairies if you look closely at the top of the screen. Yep. You just speed kill them before they can kill anything.
Up here. Alignment using the text on the top using the high score text. Say right above Serna, there's a safe spot there. This is Serna, by the way. Might have seen her a couple times. She's a big meme. And Icicle Hall. This card is actually the biggest meme on easy difficulty because the yellow bullets don't shoot. Which makes this like you could just stay right below her. It's literally the biggest meme in speedrun, like not speedrun in total.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is normal mode with normal difficulty.
Actually, there's one thing I should talk about. So first of all, most of the stages are functionally auto-scrollers as far as speedrunning is
unfortunately.
concerned. However, the bosses do affect your time. And what you're gonna see them do is a thing called shotgunning. Where basically you like kind of go up very, very close to the boss's face, so that all of your shots hit. Because you can tell that Rainbow B's shots, they have a pretty wide arc of firing. Like they spread out quite far. So if you're really close to the boss, that means that all of your shots are gonna hit. And that's why we use this shot type, because if you shotgun with her, it just does a lot of damage. Kills the boss very fast and saves time.
Yep.
Do we have a moment for a donation?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is auto-scrolling.
All right, we have a $5 from Anonymous that says, I can't wait for Uncharted in the anime block. And they have also put that $5 towards our Save the Animals incentive. So we are now at $45 for Kill the Animals, $30 for Save the Animals.
Nice. While we're here, because this is still an auto-scroller, you can absolutely plug the charity as well.
Okay. So once again, we are raising money for the National Psoriasis Foundation. Over 8 million Americans have psoriasis, and nearly a third of them will develop psoriatic arthritis. For over 50 years, the National Psoriasis Foundation has provided education, support, and community to the millions of individuals impacted by these chronic diseases, together called psoriatic disease. NPF is there to help both those in need and to conduct research to find a cure. If you are looking to donate, we still have that poll between the Kill or Save the Animals bid war open. We also have our color palette bid war for the Bonk's Adventure Run coming up in about 2 hours. Please do take a look, either hit !donate in chat, or check out our Tiltify page.
I just want to mention that this mid-boss was actually relevant. No matter how fast you take, you'll get the same enemies. Unlike the last mid-boss, which like the enemies afterwards depend on how long it's been since the stage started, this depends more on how long it takes to kill the mid-boss. So you do actually save time by killing this mid-boss faster.
Yep. And she also drops a life for when you kill, which is, important for, a no bomb run, because, you want as many lives as possible. Alright, and now we come into the actual boss, which is just, again, the mid-boss we just saw. It's kind of a, this game kind of has, like, a lot of, repeat bosses, which I don't like. It's one of my pet peeves about Touhou 6. Anyway, I hate
two special mid-bosses.
Yeah. I absolutely hate this first non-spell on Lunatic Lord, by the way, because it can easily wall you. Also, this spell card right here, her first spell card, Myling's first spell card, is actually my favorite spell card visually. I love the way I love the visual from this card. Anyway, so now I'm going to do a really cool start right now, but I literally practiced like 2 minutes there, like 2 minutes before starting to run. Yeah, great meme. Anyway, let's forget that ever happened. Let's forget that ever happened.
It's fine, you got the full power, you didn't lose too much from that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was embarrassing. Dying on normal is pretty much retirement worthy, so let's not do that ever again. A lot of
people die on normal. I was playing LOL-K from my roommate earlier and I died on normal.
Anyway, we just got another extra life, by the way, because we hit a 20 million, 20 million? 2 million or 20? I think it's 20 million. 20 million score, which gives you an extra life. There's also an extra life at 40 million and 60 million, which is, really important to know if you do actual no bump runs. And that's stage 3. we are, in stages, you're halfway through the game. But Touhou is like, Touhou is like half of the content is like the first 4 stages, and then the last 2 stages are kind of like, time-wise the last 2, Also difficulty. The stages ramp up hard in difficulty, very much.
Yeah, stage 4 is basically when the game starts. Everything before that was just a cutscene.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, I don't actually like the pattern here on normal. Like, funnily enough, because I can, because the enemies shoot faster on harder difficulty, I actually have an easier time doing like this first pattern here on lunatic than on normal. It's like
well, you can macro on normal. I think that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's true too. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just used to, I've been trying to get like more lunatic plays recently. Also, this section right here, green box, is like the absolute worst section of the entire game on lunatic. I'm not.
Yeah, on lunatic, it's genuinely the hardest unskippable pattern in the series. Because most of the other hard patterns you can get out of them by playing a different shot type. But books, there's no way around them. You have to capture them. You have to do them, and they are unbelievably difficult.
Yeah.
So on normal, they're pretty difficult to appropriate. Hard and
my game is slightly lagging right now, which is mildly concerning.
Are you getting the controller glitch?
Yes. That's mildly concerning. Hopefully it doesn't work. Okay, I'm actually gonna micro this. It's very simple. Again, this is just these patterns. I would heavily recommend checking out one of the like a lunatic no miss no bump run to actually see the difficulty of these runs, because they are like the difficulty of that. Oh god, am I dead? No, I'm not.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Lasers.
Lasers are pretty small.
Yeah, could I quickly have the host check in with Tech in the background and ask if my stream is still looking fine, because I'm definitely seeing a little bit of lag on my end.
I'm looking at the frame rate in the bottom right corner. It is lagging. It's
I can
related
see some
to the
lag
game. You might
here
have
from the hosting, but you're doing okay. Like, it's coming through on the stream all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's related to the game. You might be having the controller glitch.
What is? Oh, I never heard of controller glitch. What is that?
If you don't, do you have a controller plugged in? Direct into
No, I don't.
Alright, then that's probably what it is. You get frame rate drops if you don't have a direct input controller, because the game is looking for a controller when there isn't, and that heavily slows it down.
Yeah, I may I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for this, but I do have to very quickly pause, because this is going to get concerning later on. So give me 1 second as I fix. You can feel free to pause the timer, feel free to not. There's a replay system in this game. I very much apologize for this. Oh, I know why. I have Firefox open in the background. My laptop is like super bad. Let me close all of that up. Okay, we should be good to go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, sorry about that. Just my just a thing about my laptop. Anyway, here's the stage 4 boss. Here's Patchy. Favorite character of lots. I don't really understand the hype.
I think she's cute.
I guess, but then again,
She was nice to me earlier today when I played.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my god, I totally forgot this card is different on normal.
Oh my god, it was really close. Yeah, because usually she doesn't shoot at you. On hard and on lunatic, instead of shooting lasers at you, it shoots lasers basically around you. So it walls you in. But this thing is just straight up shoots like a triple stream.
Yeah, that's another one of these things where, a normal card can be, more complicated if you don't know the strat for it. That's a great example right there. What was that?
Let's see what happened. Unfortunately.
I just completely missed your hit, but this is embarrassing. I've died like what times now on normal? Imagine not being able to clear normal.
No, three.
Imagine not being able to clear normal Novam. What the hell?
Anyway, pretty much everyone in chat can't clear normal Novam. It's just a question of practice. So sometimes these are things that happen.
Probably a good point. But here's the cool thing about Touhou and Marathon Showcases of Touhou, the main campaign, and very continuous in this game. So if we do run out of lives, that's absolutely not a problem. because we can just use a continue and continue to run from there. The only downside of that is we'll get a bad ending and the run will technically not be valid. But jokes on you, this isn't even a category in speedrun.com. So anyway, that's stage 4. And there's another extra life. Also, cool strat here for the start of stage 5. This works on all difficulties. Just
you're doing the safe spot?
Yep, of course. I'm not risking anything. Just stay in the top left, and then these bullets are directed, and then move over to the middle because then they come from the sides, and then just again dash down. Very, very simple. And it looks like closing Firefox has helped my frame rate situation.
Yeah, but you're never gonna find half those websites again.
I only had like 5 tabs, okay? It was just not Chrome. I'm using Firefox. Anyway. These bullets are again directed. Just dash.
Yeah, all of this is all lame.
If you don't kill these fairies that are coming up right here fast enough, these will actually become a problem on any difficulty, even on normal. And now we're gonna do.
You have to speed kill them. They're very horrible.
So remember the thing about like fixed stage portion from stage 2? Yeah, this applies here. So what we're gonna do is do chip damage via hitbox abuse to Sakir, which is the mid boss right here. We focus follow a very set pattern. We stay on the top right, move over to the top left, and reverse. Dash up just in case she moves into us. Do like slowly do chip damage, making sure we basically run out the clock here. Make sure we have she has a sliver of health left, and then we'll run out the clock here. And that's going to skip the later section.
Yeah, and this doesn't lose any time because the mid boss, the stage portion doesn't depend on how fast you kill the mid boss. It does.
Well, I'm supposed to realign that. That is a bad mistake. That loses a lot of time, actually.
Is it?
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Oh god, what am I doing?
The stage the stage timer isn't affected by the mid boss.
Yeah. Yep. And here's another extra.
You can be as slow as you want.
And now there's like a massive spell of bullets here, but it's slow. It's fine. These are all directed. Now, I absolutely despise Sakira's non-spells. I don't know why, even on normal difficulty, I have problems with these. Like, I just can't, as I said, I just cannot read them. Yeah, it's just, it's
you get the right idea, but...
Yeah.
So one thing I should mention, I don't know if you noticed, but the bullets went slower after the death. There's a system in this game called rank, where basically the bullets move slower or faster the more you die or the more resources you use. So every bomb you use removes 3 rank from you, and every death removes 16, and rank goes from 10 to 32.
Yep. And that is actually not too much of an issue in extra, because extra locks into 16 to 18, but in main campaigns it is definitely a thing.
14, 13.
Anyway, second spell at Luna Clock. This actually has like a really easy strat where you just kind of like misdirect all the bullets. Like, it's actually like I would consider it an actual free card on Lunatic difficulty. Hot take. But if you do it right, it's
you can't underestimate it. It's very easy, but you can die to it.
That's true. Also, I got slightly off center there by doing this non-spell, but that's fine. Anyway, here's the last
kind of evil, honestly. Right? Yep. It kind of does whatever it wants. You're at its mercy. This spell is probably the hardest spell in normal.
That's true, and I'm getting almost walled here, but I'm fine. This is a really slow spell because I'm playing it. I don't really. Okay, yeah, I deserve it. That's fine. That's actually totally fine. We get 1 more extra life here because we're about to hit 60 million, so I have 3 lives into the final stage, which is totally fine.
Alright, so this min-boss does affect time. The min-boss on stage 6, it does affect time, so we will want to kill it as fast as possible.
Yep. Also, you will see a full power tree here, which is awesome. So when you hit full power, it clears all bullets on screen, and that is actually used in the extra run for some safety. But it can also, main campaign runs. Also, this pattern right here is a mess if you don't know how to deal with this. These bullets, actually, these circles are directed at you. So all you have to do is do a short tap. Like, if you don't know that, if you don't know what, you are just screwed on this pattern. Like, especially in harder difficulties. Like, you will just
However, you do have to make sure you don't get rammed by the fairies, because the fairies can just go in.
Do I go for the safe spot? Should I go for the safe spot?
Yeah, you have to go to the safe spot. It's faster.
It is faster, but I'm like inconsistent at it.
Oh, okay.
Very inconsistent at it.
You should, if you're serious about this, I would definitely practice the safe spot, because then again, you were high up, like, what is that, 800,000 spell bonus? That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. I am planning to become serious. Anyway, here's Mamilia. She's kind of like the creator of this entire incident behind this, and once again, I hate the normal version of this more than I hate the lunatic, because the bullets are slightly slower, which I don't know messes me up.
I think it's just there's less bullets. It's a bit less easy to notice what the pattern is. This spell is really bad though. It can randomly roll you for no reason.
This is a completely different spell card than the the hardened lunatic difficulty, by the way. So there's, yeah. Oh, she moved to the other side. That's unfortunate. That's a lot of time lost. Like, if she moves to the right direction, then you can save a lot of time there. Anyway, Scarlet, I don't know if this is probably a death. I don't know. This is one of these cards that like visually screws me up. Like, I can't do it visually.
There's a bit of like there's motion blur. Oh my god, that was some pretty good dodging there. But yeah,
that is not dodging. It's not good dodging. It's just luck. Oh, I missed. Okay, I missed full power, but I have 127 power. You wanna explain the thing about 127 power?
Yeah. So you know how I said your shot type increases power the more power you have. Well, your shot's actually at maximum power at 127 for no reason, seemingly. But yeah, basically, all that getting to 128 does is give you the full power clear and the POC. Because if you go at the top of the screen when you have full power, you collect all the items. So that's all that getting at 180 at 128.
I got pushed hard to the side, which means I missed the fast cycle. That's unfortunate. You can skip this attack. Anyway, Scarlet, I'm gonna
this boss is really
hold on, 1 second. Here's some.
Yeah, this boss is really,
and
really
that is a okay Scarlet. It can be better, but time's coming up, by the way. Get ready on time. This is the final spell card. That was an okay Scarlet shoot. I pulled up the misdirectioner, but unfortunately I didn't get to stay. What is this pattern? Oh my god. That was the weirdest pattern
that's kind of gross. That's kind of... Nah, you're fine. This spell is very random. The bullets curl in weird angles, and it can wall you sometimes. Nothing ever too unmanageable, but you can get some really disgusting.
Okay, still have a life left, so this is gonna be a finished one. Cool. And time is.
You shouldn't have picked that power. You weren't getting more power.
Okay, let's go. Okay, and time. 0 lives. You know, doesn't matter.
Get those GGs out.
Yeah, GG.
Now, before I proceed, I do want to state you are not supposed. This is a wish by the creator of the games. You are not supposed to be showing the endings of these games. So before I proceed here, instead of showing the ending, we will show you a very cryptic marathon technique that I've recently posted on Twitter. So instead of the ending, do enjoy this. Anyway, but that's about that. I'm just trying to still have everything up here, so give me like a couple more seconds. I have to keep this stuck here. But for those who don't know, there's a very common tool used for audio splitting in marathons. It's called Voice Speeder, and recently it just got absolutely obliterated by an OBS plugin, which now I'm audio in here. Here's the replay screen. Also, I did have the practice patch up, but here, just for verification, I did not have any cheats enabled.
I asked him to make sure to disable anything he had on before.
Yep. Do let me make sure I save this replay, though. I do want to make sure I save this, because this game has a replay system. Value. If anyone wants to, replay this run in this game, just hit me up. I'll send you the replay file.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much it from me, Lorena. If you have any final shoutouts.
Well, I think I'm good. Oh, actually, I could shout out the Touhou replay showcase stream. It's actually going on right now.
Yeah.
So I probably shouldn't shout it out too much, but it's basically a stream that happens every Saturday and Sunday, where players can submit their runs and their replays in Touhou and have them commentated over, and a whole bunch of players in the community react to the replays and give commentary over them. And it's a very welcoming community. It's not very speedrun centric. It's more about just playing the games, clearing them, getting better at them, and just getting a whole bunch of cool achievements in them. Yeah, definitely check out Touhou Replay Showcase if you're more interested in Touhou.
Yep, that is that's twitch.tv/Touhou_replay_showcase. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. As for shoutouts, I want to shout out BossBuzz, the developer, but OBS plugin. It's like no joke. I don't have too many people to shout out directly. So I'm still pretty new in the Touhou community. But shoutouts to people who make Marathon Tech possible. Shoutouts to Boix, who is running tech right now. Shoutouts to our current host. Shoutouts to BS Archer, and that's pretty much it from me. Catch you for the next one, folks.
Thanks so much. Don't forget to drop your Discord links or your Twitch links in the chat so people can follow you and your channels. And we will be back in just a moment. Our next run is going to be Linkameister with Hello Kitty Roller Rescue.